Witness D gives the Commission a particular date of the 15th of April 2022. Right? I won't go into everything in detail right now because I'll take you through the statement in detail in due course. But when you work through the statement, Witness D indicates that he was invited to an operation in Brakpan in April of 2022. He was invited to a law enforcement operation on a plot in Brakpan. Witness D then also sets out the individuals who were part of that operation. You would find that at paragraph 5 of Witness D's statement. In the course of giving evidence before the testimony, before the Commission, some of the allegations made by Witness D was that the primary purpose of that operation was to recover stolen goods from a warehouse, and that in the course of that operation, several members from different law enforcement agencies were involved, and that the suspect, the individual who was suspected of taking part in that warehouse robbery, was tortured in order to obtain information about the location of the stolen goods and later on about an amount of money, and ultimately died at that location in Brakpan. If you go further in the statement, and I'll take you to the direct paragraphs, the allegations, particularly as they relate to you, is that upon the death of this suspect who was involved in this warehouse robbery, upon the death of this suspect, several members of that operation who were in law enforcement telephoned you and sought your assistance in covering up the events that occurred at that property in Brakpan in April of 2022. And at a latter part of the statement, Witness D indicates that you, in fact, attended at the property, meaning you arrived at the property. Witness D describes what you were wearing, who you spoke to, and says that you looked at him and indicated that somebody needs to dump the body, this body of the suspected thief, into either a dam or a mining shaft. And Witness D admits that he did so. So, Commissioner, having given you that background, where you understand with some measure of detail the allegations made by Witness D, that is the content of his statement.
Yes.
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 I invite you, with reference to your paragraph 68, to share with the Commission if indeed you were there at this property on the night in question. And if you were there, what brought you there? You indicate in paragraph 68 that you have views about the version presented by Witness D. So I encourage you to inform the Commission, give the Commission your account of those events, and to the extent that you disagree, where you disagree. Thank you.
I'm not sure it is early hours of the 15th. I'm not sure that is the 15th the day where they started an operation, or the 15th is the next day, you see. But I would say, let me say my vision, my vision of the story. In terms of the dates, we'll correct it. In the early hours of that day, I can't specify a date because I don't, around 3 or to 3 a.m., I received a call from Yako. Yako, I forgot the surname, but Yako, Kobas. No, Yako, it's not Yako Kobas. No, I received a call saying, Dona, where are you? Yako is not an officer, he's one of the informers. So he's very accurate in terms of information. I know that when got information from Yako, there's something tangible that we are going to get. Nduna, we've got.
Commissioner, is that Honeycomb?
Oh, yes. May I write it? Tish? Yes, I received. You see, we've got success. Nduna, stolen goods is correct when you talk about goods. You see, say, yeah, go, where are you? No, come Duna, Brakpan. You see, it was around 2, 3 a.m. You see, then I woke up. You see, but I was skeptical because I had 15 missed calls. You see, but I said, but Yako, I know when he gives information, it's accurate. Then I went there. When I went there, we communicated, Yako, I don't know the place because he spoke about the plots in Brakpan. You see. Then I off-ramped it N17. There's an informal settlement. I forgot its name. But when immediately off-ramped, before the plots, then in that era, I saw he was driving a red car. It's a small car, but it's private car, I know it, you see. Then he escorted me. When we entered towards the plot, it was dark. It's the plots. It's not gravel. It's gravel road. It's not tarred, you see. But when I entered, there were many cars. There were cars, mad cars, security cars. You see, could see that it's a big operation, you see. Then I entered, you see. But that time he was driving in front. Then he stopped next to the gate. They stopped. After that, he jumped to me. He said, Nduna, I want to. I said, okay, yes, but what is happening here? This is an operation, you see. Whose operation? No, don't worry. Then I moved towards the gate. Towards the gate, he waited next to me. He said there are successes. Let's see success. Because the truck, the area is dark, but there was a light that is lighting direct to the truck. And the truck was empty. I think the truck is the truck that is having blue plastics cover, but all of them, they were opened. The truck was facing direction north. I was in direction south, like standing like this, like when I'm looking at the commissioner, when I'm looking at the madam, you see. I said, and it was, people were moving. Some with uniform, markers, say, they are no good. Say, what's happening, Yako? No, Nduna. And, to put it, there were some moving, some standing in groups. Yeah? Then, on that gate, they said, Yako, where is the stock? You see. Started talking, Yako, where is the stock? You see. No, Nduna, bring me. I said, must bring media, where is the stock? No, he was not clear, you see. It was a discussion of 3 to 5 minutes, you see. I said, okay, I'm wasting my time, because I suspected. In that time, he was good into information, but I started to hear stories of extortion, stories of coming there. He will go with officers. After officers left, he'll go and collect money, just to put terror to people that, hey, I'm going to arrest you with my people and what. But his information is accurate, you see. But on top of that, he did, because he was not working, he did his own thing using officers. He will work with all officers at Kuruleni. You see, he was having many teams, you see. Then I moved towards the car. I said, you are playing with me, you see. But I suspected something. I drove, made a U-turn, and it was maybe 4 or 5 houses. When we enter, it's like, can I put it, for example? It's the corner, it's 4 or 5 houses. We came to this direction, it's correct. Then we turned right. It's 4 or 5 houses there. You see, I stood there. He came with the car. I said, Duna.
Sorry, Commissioner. I don't know if that's been captured.
Sorry. Yeah, but let me repeat it because I just made the example.
All right.
See? Yes.
Yes.
In that corner, I moved towards that corner. When you go back, you turn towards your left. It's the same area of plots again. The informal settlement is too far. When you turn right, it's the same area, but it's those plots, 1, 2, it was a 4,000. It's not a long distance, you see. Then I parked there. He came in. Said, Nduna, but we're talking inside the cars now. Say, Yako, you're playing with me, you see. No, Nduna. No, he told it. No, Nduna. You see. Said, Nduna, I'm not going. You see. Say, Yako, I'm going. Then I drove. When I was driving, Commissioner, I was talking to him, you see. Keep on calling me. Are you safe? It's fine, man, I'm safe. Then I went at home, you see. Then a day or two, because he was not waking us, he will jump, you see. You go, where is the stock? Where are the goods? You see. No, Nduna, there's nothing. Then it was like that up until I was called by IPT. No members of EMPD, no members of SAPS or the security company has ever came and concluded they will kill the person or there was an incident where a person died, you see. And I didn't even confirm with the members that were there because from EMPD says there were no more cars. You see, the only cars that I could see is these 4 or 3 cars from subs cars, you see. Because I didn't count, there were just many cars. I can't say it's the exact number, but there were many other cars from different and mad cars. And when I came in again, I must mention that, Commissioner, some of the cars were starting to move. That could tell you that this operation started long time ago. Or part of the questions that I asked him is that, when did this operation start? No, last night. But that's what made me angry, I remember. You started the operation last night, but you are calling me in the early hours, and there's no success. In all of this, I was, what were you doing? But you couldn't be specific. But I suspected that they got the success. If they got it, they decided to do something with the success. Now they call me, see, just to call me, hey, there's this, because there was nothing. And the impression that I got when I did, there's a success. You see, in the morning, I would be making noise, you see. Then I went home. Then after 1 or 2 days, that's where we started communicating again.
Thank you.
But there was nothing formally.
Thank you. Please complete your sentence.
No, I think.
Thank you, Commissioner Mkhwanazi. You've indicated then the circumstances that brought you to the property in Brakpan. You shared that with the Commission. And you've also described now the reason why you were there. My question to you is, apart from your discussions with Yaku, the informant that you've identified now, did you speak to anyone else that you found at the property? Was there anyone else at the property that you would have recognized or recognized?
No. They were moving around, but Yako stopped me, you see, at the gate. You see, I couldn't go up, but I was not going to go outside because I suspected that they stolen something. I was very angry per se, you see. No, when members call you, anyone calls there's a success, you become excited. When you go there, it's an opposite, you see. I was there for only less than 5 minutes. I didn't even stay there.
Thank you. Thank you, Commissioner Mkhwanazi. I've requested my colleagues to assist in printing a document. Could you please? One for the witness. Thank you. Thank you, Commissioner Mkhwanazi. In the course of sharing the events of that night with the Commission, you mentioned that at some point in time there was an investigation.
Yes.
So I've handed you a piece of paper right now. Before we work through the contents of that document, Commissioners, the document has a tab labeled 11. Could I request that it's filed under the EMPD Exhibit Bundle CJC 56. So it should follow the document Advocate Silo just presented you with. Thank you.
Again, you'll assist us with where it should actually go.
Indeed, Chairperson. Commissioner Mkhwanazi, please identify the document in front of you. Are you familiar with this document?
I think it's the statement that I submitted to IPT.
Thank you. Do you see?
Yes, because I know that same day they said, I said, no, I know nothing. I can write it now. I don't have to consult lawyers.
Thank you.
Remember, yes.
Do you see paragraph 1 of that statement?
Yes.
You indicate what is indicated there?
It's my ID number and everything, yes.
As well as your name, I, Julius Dr. Mkhwanazi, is that correct?
Yes.
Thank you. Do you see the top right corner of that document? It says the Brakpan, correct?
Brakpan is page
Yes,
1.
and that is a reference. The reference to Brakpan is a reference to what exactly?
No, they said, when IPIT was investigating, they said it's a Brakpan. You see, that's when I wrote Brakpan.
Brakpan.
In fact, it was 3 things that they asked me to write, you see.
My apologies, Commissioner. Let me phrase the question differently. The reference to Brakpan in the top right corner is a reference to the location, the
Yes.
police station? Yes.
No.
Yes, the location.
It's a reference to the case that you were asking me about.
Thank you.
It's a Brakpan thing.
Thank you.
yes.
And under the word Brakpan on the top right corner, you will see a reference to a page 1. Is that right?
Yes.
Thank you.
yes,
And if you flip it over, there is on the top right corner a reference to a page 2. Is that right? Top right
The
corner.
second page?
Yes, please.
Yes,
Thank
yes,
you so
yes,
much.
yes.
So we've identified that this is the statement you provided to IPID in the context of an investigation. It is a 2-page statement, and at the bottom of page 2, can you identify that signature there?
Yes, I signed.
That's yours.
And that's my first number too,
Thank you.
or police number.
Thank you. When you were approached by IPID to prepare this statement, round about what time was this?
It was the day I've said they called me for blue lights. Yeah, I remember.
Okay.
They called me for blue lights. Whilst we were talking about blue lights, they said, hey, there's this thing, you see.
Do you
I
have
said, sorry?
Please
it
continue.
Was,
Do
it
you
was
have
the
a-
same day. It's either it's the 30th or after that, but I don't remember exactly. But when I came back to work, it's either the next day, they called me to come to IPT.
So roughly, is 2023?
Yes, 2020. No,
yes.
2023.
23,
Yes,
thank you.
2023.
And do you recall the name of the official that approached you in the context of?
It was 5 officials, ne? He called him Advocate Kulu, his national IPD. He was with 2 people from national. It's Mr. Dlamini and Miss Dlamini. They said they are not married, they're just colleagues. Then it was people from the IP province. That's how they are to introduce. It was Mr. Makakula. I know Mr. Makakula because he's doing investigation in there. And I know her by name, Nomsa. I know her because they're doing any investigation in Ekurhuleni. It is them. There was this advocate. I couldn't take his name, but he's their boss here in the province. There's other 3, they were from national. Yeah, it was another, I think there were 7 if I'm not mistaken. But I could remember a lady and 2 from province. In fact, there were 2 ladies and all others, maybe 6 or 7, it was males on that day. And it was not only this one, ne?
But my question relates to this one. When
yes,
you
yes,
were
yes,
approached,
yes.
yes.
And when I was approached, I was not approached. They approached me about blue lights, you see. That's when I went there. When I was there, then they said, no, out of that, there's this again.
There we go. So
Yes.
tell the commission when they say, no, there's this again, what is that a reference to?
No, they started by saying, there's a case in Brakpan. I said, what case in Brakpan? It's about the murder. I said, what murder? You see. Said, do you know Yako? I said, yes, I know Yako. Worked with Yako. You see. But the same thing they said, they did. I said, no. It was the last time. On that day, maybe I was having a year or months without even seeing, without even communicating with
Yako.
But they agreed that, yeah, we know that we are no longer working together. We've decided not to work because they know I even explained the reasons.
Nevertheless,
Yes.
they requested you to make the statement.
Yes,
Indeed.
I did it immediately.
So you confirm then, Commissioner Mkhwanazi, that you were approached by officials, or at least an official, you've identified Mr. Tsulu from IPID, and they identified to you
Mr.
that
Tsulu.
Tsulu, you said Tsulu.
Xulu, yes.
Thank you.
No, I was not approached by Xulu. Xulu introduced himself there. You see.
Indeed. So-
but I was approached by province.
That is Tsulu a representative of IPID?
National, yes.
Thank you. Did Tsulu discuss with you the ongoing matter concerning a murder at Brakpan?
No, all of them, they were.
Yes.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Tsulu,
They-
in addition,
in
I
fact, they told
apologize.
me.
I apologize. Let me rephrase the question. Tsulu, in addition with several other individuals, approached you in the context of an ongoing investigation of a murder that occurred at Brakpan. Is that correct?
Yeah, but they were, you know, the way you're putting it, they were so clear that you gave instruction. You were not part of the you were not part of the operation, but you came in the morning and gave instruction. They were so clear.
Thank
and
you,
when I
Commissioner.
said early hours of, they said yes, we are confirming that.
Thank you, Commissioner.
From there,
Tha-
it was the issue of the statement.
Thank you, Commissioner. On the point of the statement, then perhaps let's turn to the
Yes.
statement itself. You've helpfully taken the Commission through the contents of paragraph 1. At the end of paragraph 1, you say there, and I'll read it to you, you say, I am an adult male employed by Ekurhuleni Metropolitan Municipality as the Metro Police Director, full stop. Do you see that?
Yes,
End of paragraph 1. And am I correct to say at that point in 2023, you were responsible for specialized services and operations? Is that right?
yes, yes,
Thank
yes,
you.
that time.
Right. Okay. We then look at paragraph 2, where you indicate that early last year, so if you are making the statement in 2023, as you've testified,
Yes.
a reference to early last year means you are referring to an incident that
Yeah.
likely took place in
Yeah, I remember
2022.
they told me that it was around that time, but I called in to see. Then I wrote, yes, you're
You say
correct.
early
You're
last year.
correct.
And in the context there of paragraph 2, you indicate that you were woken up by Mr. Yaku at around 2 a.m. in the morning, telling me to come and see the success of the truck that was recovered in Brakpan, in the
Yes.
Brakpan Springs area. Is that right?
Yes, yes.
Can I ask you, when you say the phone call woke you up, you were, I assume, then sleeping. Where were you located at the time that you received the call?
No, at Albertine,
You were
my
at
house, yeah.
you were at your home, and so you then say in paragraph 2 that you woke up and drove to Brakpan
Yes,
at
yes,
the
yes, yes.
after receiving this call.
Yes.
Please assist the Commission. How far is Brakpan from Alberton? If you're driving home at 2 a.m., how long is that distance?
10 to 12 kilometers. I'm not accurate. Yeah, but it's simple from me, from the freeway N17.
Okay.
It's easier, yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's one freeway straight to.
How many
Brakpan.
kilometers did you say?
It's 10, maybe 10, 14 or 15.
10 to 15.
Yes, I'm not
Thank you.
accurate in terms of.
Okay. And you then indicate in paragraph 3 what occurred upon your arrival at the property. Do you see that?
Yes, madam.
Indeed.
Oh,
Let me,
Commissioner. Yes.
you, in that first sentence, you say, including those of private individuals like his, which was read parked next to the house. Can I stop there? Can you confirm what I've read is correct? Please take your time.
It's
It's
paragraph
paragraph 3
3. Can
from
I
the
read
top.
it?
It starts on my arrival.
Yes, 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 I can read it. Yes.
Thank
yes,
you,
yes, yes,
thank
yes,
you.
yes.
That reference in paragraph 3, you say, on my arrival, I found many vehicles marked and unmarked.
Yes.
What is a marked
It's-
vehicle versus an unmarked vehicle?
It's police vehicle that are branded.
Okay.
Yes.
And when you say,
Unmarked, there were many vehicles that were not branded.
indeed, so
Yes, like private vehicles, white, different colors they were there, and they were branded vehicles of different security companies. Yes.
and when you say police vehicles, what is that a reference to specifically?
It was police vehicles, marked police, SAPS.
SAPS.
SAPS vehicles, yes.
As well as you say unmarked vehicles, which I then
Yes.
understand to sort of be private vehicles.
Yes. And the way they were parked, some were in front. No, there were many. That street was made closed, but you could drive. But at the sides, there were many vehicles that were parked there.
And you continue then on in paragraph 3. There is a reference there to a truck. Do you see that in
Yes,
paragraph 3?
yes, yes, yes,
Yes.
yes.
What color do you say the truck is?
In terms of the color, no, man, that truck, you know, these open trucks, it was opened. You see, I could see it from the back side, you see, because it was facing direction north. You see, the gate is this side. You see,
Let me.
It may be white, but I don't know, or off-white or yellow. But what I saw that today, it was opened.
Thank you, Commissioner. I'll assist you then with reference to your paragraph 3. You indicate there in the 4th sentence at the end, he collected me from the vehicle near the house next to the gate, I assume, you correct me if that's wrong, where he showed me the white truck with canopy, which was opened on one side, but it was dark inside. I couldn't see what was inside the truck as he was pointing at it. He told me everything was sorted and managed. Can you confirm that I read that correctly?
Yes.
So what does Yaku mean when he says to you there at the end of paragraph 3, everything was sorted and managed?
We were talking about the goods. You see, he said, don't worry. That's what made me angry. You see, wake me up, he said, there's a success here. You see, and there's no success. I didn't see anything there. You see. So, no, don't worry. They said, no, Yako, mustn't lie. You see, that's when, again, I got angry and moved. You see, but he was talking about successes and the goods.
And the reference by Mr. Yaku to success, you understood that to be a reference to the recovery of
No, it was about the goods.
the goods.
Yeah, it was about the goods. Even in the call, it was about the goods.
And please assist the commission. Why would Yaku phone you in order to inform you about a successful or potential successful recovery of goods at 2 a.m. in the morning?
No, he used to do that. Yako yani komne. He was not a person who likes to sleep. He's very good in terms of gathering information. There are many operations that we did, successful operations, where he will call you at night, he will call you at 3 a.m., different times. But you know, 99 or let me say 70% of what he's calling, it's a good information. He may then, sometimes he may not work with you, work with others and tell you, hey, no, no, there's a success work. But I know that when he says there's this information, he has worked. You see, even if you send members, even you go yourself, you know that you are going to brand with that, or you are going to pray what you are going to. You will get good publicity on that success. He was that type of a person.
In light of the kind of information.
Ms. Mkhwanazi, may I perhaps give you 2 minutes to wrap up? As I said at the beginning, it was not likely that we would finish this part of it. The commissioner will have to come back in the new year.
Okay.
Thank you. Chairperson, then let me just ask a question or two regarding the statement. And yeah,
Perhaps just one.
just one. That's.
Please. Yeah.
Thank you. Commissioner, in light of what you've shared with the Commission thus far about the content of the statement, in particular the identification on your part of SAPS motor vehicles, what was your understanding about the kind of operation that was taking place there when you arrived?
No, I've said that I could see that it was a big operation. You see, there was an operation there. And when you say goods, that means what I was saying when I was approaching. It's something that one can say, this is a success.
And your reference to big operation is a reference to a law enforcement operation, or what type of operation are you referencing?
No, they're officers. It's a law enforcement operation.
They are officers.
There were officers. It's a law enforcement agency's operation. For the mere fact that they're police, it's a law enforcement operation. When you see, you could see when there are police that are standing there, that means there's an operation of police.
Here's my.
And Yako worked with private companies and police.
Where in your statement do you identify the presence of police there?
No, I've said mud cars. Mud cars, it's police.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you, Ms. Mkhwanazi.
Thank you, Chair.
Yeah. Commissioner,
Commissioner, yes.
thank you very, very much. But as I said earlier, you will have to come back in the new year. You will be notified accordingly. Let's adjourn and resume at 11:35.